Looks like we got the Kings GM in here, winning streak. Yeah, best way to start a streak is with one. Last game, uh, last game the Vipers pretty much took care of business against the Kings. Last time they matched up, but I think this one will be a lot different. We're gonna find out though. Um, a lot of updates, both teams, some shuffling around position wise, so I think it'll be a good game. Yeah, let's not put the cart in front of the horse, as they say. Wait a little bit longer for people to filter in a little bit, and then we'll yeah, we'll get this game going momentarily. I guess I can set her all up. Kind of unis these guys got for away. Kind of digging the all white. We're gonna go all white. White. Sometimes the pants, I don't know. And then these guys. They have an orange one. Oh yeah, we're going all orange. All right. Wait. They have a black helmet. Yeah. Wait. Is that a What is the logo on the side of their helmet? All right. Okay. We're good to go. We're good to go. Yeah, I did have an issue. I did have an error with the schedule, but you guys were just home 2 games ago. You guys were home on Saturday, and you'll be home again this Saturday. So you just had a 2 game road streak, and home and away does not affect the game at all whatsoever. And I would argue nobody really has a super special definitely uniforms. All right, these jerseys look tight. Look good, play good is what they say, but I don't always agree with that. You get it on Saturday, and then I think you have back-to-back home games or something like that. So yeah, right. Like my Hepcats made it back to what is going on? Jesus. All right, hold on. We got a roster here. Hold on. I can't believe it. All right, round two. Don't worry, I'm an expert at this. I'm a paid professional, right? Memphis, and I wanted white pants. And Omaha. We'll do all orange, but with a black helmet. Perfect. Okay. Hey, that's better. All right. Game set up. We are in Omaha, therefore we'll go to Nebraska. and because it's been a little bit snowy in the Midwest, not actually in Omaha, I don't think, based on the people I know there. But we have a brutal day for football. Absolutely brutal. Our experts have Omaha as the underdog. Very interesting. Guess they didn't see the previous matchup, which was a 27-point margin of victory for the Vipers. Um, but the Kings played probably some of their best football all season here uh, on Tuesday, week 7. So it's week 8, as the title implies, and yeah, we've got some great action here ahead of us. Both these teams trying to kind of claw their way to the up the ranks. Kings got much more of a battle than the Vipers do. Um, yeah, then the next game will feature the two tied for the two best Dev League team records. So yeah, it looks like we got a handful of people. That's pretty decent for this kind of appetizer. So let's get this game going. Usually the percentages don't mean much though. Just because, well, I mean they do and they don't. I mean if you had exactly equal game plans, they would probably mean more. But the game plan factor really can swing a game one way or another. Right? The Buffalo Axis God looks over the stadium. It will be the Vipers kicking off to the Memphis Kings. Aiden Coleman to boot it deep. Dev League action underway. Here we go. Luke Rogers going to return this one, and we'll get to about the 28. We're going to see what Harold Flower and company can do on offense. He's under center in the strong eye and handing it off to Troy Frosty, who's been such a weapon and was a key component of their win last week against the Narwhals. Last game, I should say. Picks up 6, make it 2nd and 4. Frosty can't break away, though, does get 3. Kings facing a 3rd down, and as I've mentioned before, this has kind of been the bane of their existence. 3rd down situations force them to kick a lot of field goals and a lot of punts. This time, no doubt about it. Troy Frosty with a lot of space to run. Gets about 4 or 5. Plenty for the 1st down. They're on their own 43. Another handout to Frosty, but he has met Keon Brooks. Great tackle for a loss. Sometimes tough to wrap that man up, but Keon Brooks gets him down at the 42. Good defense there by the Vipers. They're going to go to the well again, but Frosty does get a little bit more. 7 yards more, for that matter. Now it's another 3rd down. 3rd and 4. They're near midfield. Up in the week, I will see if Flower throws it. He does. He's back to pass. Wide open is Luke Rogers, and a drop at the worst possible time. A lot of drops here in the Sims across all leagues, so it's not really just the Kings, although the Kings seem to do it better than most. That will force a punt. Not quite a touchback. Very close. Manel Ardeline trying to find the pylon, just misses it on the other side, and the Vipers stand on defense, take over at the 20, so be upcoming in this high-octane offense or this high-passing attack offense. Sometimes it's kind of hit or miss, feast or famine for this Vipers offense. They're either scoring like 20 to 30 on you, or it's like single digits. Oh. And Popo Thomas gets the pitch here. I mentioned that he's the starter in this one. It has some great blocks, including a juke move there. Gets them a 1st down, pick up 13. So they're shuffling things around, getting Thomas involved. You know, what's interesting is Hippopotamus had been fullback a lot. But despite, like, other fullbacks getting some touches, we've seen, you know, Bottermans and a couple other fullback catches and sneaky fullback dives and stuff like that. Despite the Vipers having a non-Botterman fullback, they really haven't utilized him in that position. So shuffling things around, Thomas is getting the starting job, and he's doing a pretty good job of it with a nice juke move. That was almost a surefire 3rd down stop by the Kings. Instead, Thomas keeps the drive alive. Vipers at midfield with a fresh set of downs. Their 2nd 1st down pick up the game. Now, with some time upcoming, slinging it. Incomplete. Kind of a risky throw. Make it 2nd and 10. Coming, drops back again, throws it, and incomplete again. They go away from the Thomas run, and they throw 2 straight incompletions. They're trying to kind of go beyond this first down marker. Before they were throwing it short and letting the receiver run off the catch. Now they face a 3rd and 10, and it's Stepan Bandera, the new Viper acquisition, with the catch and the moves after the catch. Wow. It's almost like all 55s are better than ratings. And that will make it 1st down. They are at the 25. In the 4 receiver set, they run it with Thomas, who picks up about 4. And that'll make it 2nd and 6. Upcoming, pitches it out to Thomas, who has some space, but he's wrapped up before he can hit the hole. I think that was Roy Byleth there, meeting him right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5 coming up. Upcoming, throwing, and Uter Lighthorn making the tough catch to get the Vipers in 1st and goal-to-goal situation. We are already to the end of the 1st quarter. They're down to inside the 5-yard line. Great drive they're putting together here. 76 yards total. They just have another 4 or 5 to go. And Thomas is going to look like he finds pay dirt. Hippopotamus doing a little shimmy shuffle. Gets the touchdown. I think that's his 1st of the season. And that's going to put the Vipers on the board here early in the 2nd quarter. 7-0 right now is your score. Kickoff after Luke Rogers had kind of a costly drop that could have kept the drive alive. That's just, the way this engine works is you make the tough ones, you miss the easy ones. And they'll take over at the 26. Flowers slinging it quickly to Luis Saper, who gets a block and a missed tackle. Good pickup all the way down to the 46-yard line. That was a gain of about 20. Luis Saper, the fullback. Now Flower in the gun. They're slinging it more, and Lion Nikita, tough catch on the kind of flag route. 1st and 10, so back-to-back plays, back-to-back 1st downs. Now the misdirection with Frosty, but he has met Emperor Fuyakage, a.k.a. McWolf. Might be watching PBE right now. I mean, it might be busy, not sure. Wolf, good dude. Gonna make it 2nd and 10. We go to Frosty again, who's getting some yards, but not enough. The 1st does cut it in half. Pick up a 5 to make it 3rd and 5. They're in Omaha territory. See if they can be successful in this 3rd down. It's Flower throwing it to Frosty. And Frosty's got some space. He's down the sideline. He's got some wheels, but gets hit from behind. I think that was number 19, Keon Brooks, on the tackle. And this is about the same exact down and distance the Vipers were when they scored. Great connection. And Frosty, instead of receiving, he's running and getting the touchdown right at the goal line. He's met, but they mark it a touchdown. Kings knot this one up. Well, PAT pending. It is fairly high winds. So it's 7-6. Ardeline's kick is up and good. And just like that, Memphis knots this one up. So, yeah, effectively made it a 0-0 game. And they had a very efficient and fast-paced drive. It only took about 1:50 off the clock. So great job by this Memphis Kings to retaliate. We'll see if their defense can hold. We'll see if Omaha can replicate their last drive. They passed and ran the ball fairly effectively. And converted a couple key 3rd downs when they needed to last drive. Now Thomas carry there. They're giving him some action. It's a 6-yard pickup. Thomas pretty good running here in his kind of debut start, but he fumbles it. And heads up play by Stepan Bandera. Could have been a super costly turnover. That's something that the Kings kind of gotten away from. Actually, earlier in the season, they were really good about getting turnovers. Lately, not as much. But there, the defense clamps down. Risky throw. They could have had an interception. Instead, falls harmlessly to the ground. Going to make it 4th and 1. Hunt away to Daddy Longlegs, who's not going to pick it up. Knocked out of bounds at the 6. And that'll make it first and 10 all the way back. 6-yard line. It's Flower giving it to Frosty, trying to create some space. And that's 5 yards for Frosty. 2-minute warning here in this one. And off to Frosty, and he is met. Only a pickup of a yard or two. Vipers call timeout. They're conserving the clock. They want to try to score before the end of the half. And another pitch out to Frosty, who's met well behind the line of scrimmage. Keon Brooks, another tackle for loss for him. Vipers use their second timeout, and they're going to force a Kings punt. Vipers, with a lot of time left to work with, are going to have the ball right past the midfield. Oh, no! So they pick it up badly as well. DJ Murray can't handle the punt. That'll put the Vipers offense all the way back to the 39. They do have a timeout and about 100-some seconds to work with, so plenty of time is upcoming. Finds a wide open Uter Lighthorn, who had a couple tough catches the last drive. Gets a good 7-yard pickup there. Make it 2nd and 3 on the 46. Upcoming to pass it again. Pressure is getting to him, and he throws it away. Clock stops at 1:17. 3rd and 3. Now this Vipers offense plays it, and they, delay a game. That's a costly, or a false start, rather. That'll put it to 3rd and 5. Thomas, a spin move. And he is marked short. He is short of the first down. 4th and 1. So the Kings defense makes another stand, and Ken Coleman's going to boot it through the end zone. So actually, Kings use a timeout there to preserve some clock. They got 67 seconds. All in the 20, and they have 2 timeouts. So they could make something happen here themselves. There's a quick flag. I think it's offside. It's intercepted, so they better hope it is. It's Eddie Mundy on the INT. If it stands, it will not. It was an offside, so 3-5 yards for the Kings, and a big break for them as well. It was a risky throw. It was all for naught. Another quick flag. Flower with some time slinging it deep. And that was Joey Din, intended receiver, but another offsides. It's going to make it 1st and inches, but I don't know how. 10 divided by 5 times. Whatever, okay. Anyway. Flower, back to pass. Just gets rid of it. I don't know how you can pick up 5 yards twice and not get 10 yards, I guess. That's anyway, 2nd and inches there after Flower just barely got rid of it, and he's going to get sacked. Flower going down hard by Big Boy Dominator. Make it 3rd and 8. Frosty will run, but not get much, so I think they're content going into half with the score where it is. Got a really good one. It started out a little bit more explosive. Since the Kings scored with about 3 minutes or so in the quarter, it's not been nearly as good offensively. DJ Murray, another tough-handled punt. Going to set the Vipers all the way back to about the 22. Passing for it. Uter Lighthorn gets a block. He's down the sideline, ducks out of bounds. So good run after the catch by Uter Lighthorn. Down to about the 43-yard line. 5 catches on him tonight. See if he gets a touchdown. They got 10 seconds to work with. No timeouts, mind you. And Hippopotamus tackled in the open field, and I think that's going to do it. So end of the half, here we are. 7-7 is your score. I believe the Vipers start with the ball to start the second half, and they're going to try to break this knot. Ardeline, who booted away. Miracle Robinson Jr. on the return. It's a good return, actually, out to about the 35-yard line. In the eye. It's upcoming to throw. been pretty good passing. Looking deep for Lighthorn, and Lighthorn makes the juke move. Cannot escape the grasp of Daddy Longlegs, but what a great opening play for the Vipers. 52-yard pass play upcoming, just slinging it to the one-on-one matchup. Uder Lighthorn and Thomas drops, which would have been a surefire touchdown. I'll make it 2nd and 10. Upcoming, back to pass. Pressure getting to him. It's Thomas not dropping this one and getting into the end zone. So Hippopotamus dual threading it up. 1 rushing touchdown, 1 receiving touchdown. And Vipers score here for the first time since about, early in the second quarter there. They are up 14-7 now in home territory. Looking to kick it back to the Vikings, just the Kings. And, yeah. Memphis has been playing pretty well, though. Just, not quite stringing it all together on offense. Their defense finally broke for a big play. They'd been keeping the offense in check. That was a big pass play to set up that Vipers drive there to, from Lighthorn to 52-yard catch from Lighthorn there. Kings on their opening drive of this half will run it for about 5 with Frosty. They get 2nd and 5. Another run from Frosty, and he is met. So Frosty's not been running the ball as effectively against this Vipers defense. Renault Sassy on the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. So I think Flowers going to be forced to throw it. He drops back, and there's Joey Din. Tough catch in traffic. Does get the first down and then some. They are just past the 50 now. Good pickup on 3rd and 5. Fresh downs for this Memphis Kings offense. Flower throwing it to Frosty, and Frosty with a great pickup as well. Back-to-back plays, back-to-back first downs. I believe the Kings are in field goal territory, but you have to believe they want 6. Try to tie this game back up. The fullback dive from Saper. Effective run, gets about 4. They're down to the 22 of Omaha. It's Flower handing it off to Frosty again, who gets some blocks and gets close to the 10. Great run from Frosty. We're going to call it 1st and goal to goal. Flower passing it. Throwing it to Lion Nikita, who turns around and has 6. Touchdown Memphis. And they answer right back very quickly. Great drive from the Memphis Kings offense. EAT pending. And the kick is no good. It doinks off the upright. So that is a tough one. That will not tie it up. Kings down by 1. Ardeline to boot this one away. Robinson Jr. to return it. And gets out to about 32. A-Dub, good to see you in the chat, sir. Upcoming. Back to pass. He's been really good passing today, actually. Gets Thomas for a modest gain of about 6. Thomas having a good impact here. Said 2 touchdowns. Catching the ball, running the ball, over 70 all-purpose yards. This time running the ball, has some space and some blocks. Gets the first down and a little more. Down to the 44-yard line. 6-yard pickup from Thomas. Another run from Hippopotamus, and they are blocking well for him. He gets 7. 2nd and 3. And the misdirection of Thomas is snuffed out by Roy Byleth. Just obliterates him behind the line of scrimmage. That is going to force the Vipers into 3rd down range. Upcoming, just slinging it deep to Robinson Jr., who's got a step on the defense, but a late flag. Oh my goodness, a late flag is going to set them back 10 yards. He was a foot away from the end zone. And that play is getting called back. Ivo upcoming to throw wide open again as Hunter Estrada does not have quite the same wheels. So the Kings defense despite getting a break, can't make good on it. And they are at the end of the quarter. Let's get some fours in chat. Vipers trying to pad their lead of 1. They are on the 30-yard line. And upcoming just barely gets rid of it. Thomas well behind the line of scrimmage. Going to get tackled by Marcus Hopkins, who had a critical interception in last game against the Narwhals. See if they can generate another turnover here. It's upcoming to throw. Wide open is Bandera, who is met, though. Has a pickup of 8. They get 3rd and 3. 6-2 incoming for the Kings. They're trying to stop the run. Run is coming. Thomas with the blocks and the first down. Gets just inside the 20, down to the 18. Another fresh set of downs for the Vipers, who are putting quite the lengthy drive together. Upcoming to Thomas, who gets a few. Pick up a 4, and that is another run for him. Hippopotamus trying to ice this game. 2nd and 6, they pitch out, and Thomas met from behind, and a face mask. I don't know how he got him in the face when tackled him from behind, but nonetheless, it gets the Vipers a first down, and it is 1st and goal to goal at the 5-yard line. Bandera jukes and scores. Touchdown on the fullback dive. You love to see it. That's going to make it 20-13. PAT pending, of course. Haynes Coleman's kicks is up and slices through the right upright, putting Omaha ahead by an 8-piece. So it's a much closer game than the last encounter these two teams had. 21-13 right now with 3.5 minutes left in the 4th quarter, in the game for that matter. Luke Rogers, who returned this one. He's been kind of quiet in the passing department. Kings start on their 29-yard line. Fullback dive is not going to get much. Pickup of a yard or 2. The Kings need to maybe pass the ball a little bit more, just dink and dunk, you know, maybe run to Frosty. Safer's not their best runner, but there's a pass to a wide open Frosty who's down the sideline, can't escape. I think that's Keon Brooks there, but gets a great pickup. They're near midfield with another, or with the 1st and 10. Flower to pass it, and Saper on the catch and gets some space with the block. Does get shed late, but back-to-back first downs for the Memphis Kings, who are at their opponent's 38. Flower dropping back and cannot find Frosty. Yeah, they did. Yep. Flower to throw it to Frosty, who gets a good pickup of 11. Another first down for the Kings, and we've hit the 2-minute warning. So keep in mind, it's an 8-point deficit. The Kings need to overcome a lot. And there's a Hail Mary, and there's Luke Rogers. We mentioned him earlier. And we'll see. I think they're going to go for 2. Yes. So, Kings, what a drive. And now it's Flower with some time, just throws it to the back of the end. Okay. So the Kings do not pick up the 2-point conversion. They kick it away. They're going to let their defense try to make a stand. And they only need a field goal to win it. Turnover would be huge for them. Vipers, all they need is a couple first downs, and they should have it in the bag. Thomas has been running the ball very effectively. We'll see if the Kings can make an adjustment. They run it to Thomas, who is met by Byleth. Can't get past the line of scrimmage. Great tackle for a loss when the team needs him. Roy Byleth there. 2nd and 11. Kings burn their first time out. Coming is back to pass. Gonna dump it off short to Thomas, and Thomas makes one miss, but is met 3rd and 3. So, who will come out ahead? Will it be the Kings D or the Vipers offense? And upcoming hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. No, he had the receiver, but the pressure forced the misfire. And so Caden Coleman will punt this one away. Be Daddy Longlegs to return this. And Longlegs gets to about the 20-yard line. So Memphis has a timeout, which they're probably not going to use correctly. They have 89 seconds to get into field goal range. They don't need 6. They just don't need turnovers, and they don't need drops. That is a tough drop there. Who's number 17? I couldn't tell. Maybe that was the tight end, too. Anyway, Flower looking for Frosty. Frosty catches it in stride. Hit quickly, though, by Keon Brooks. Great pass and catch. Frosty hasn't been running it as effectively as he was against the Narwhals last game, but has been catching it well. Now Flower passing in with time wide open. It's Luke Rogers, and he's going to have his second touchdown. Luke Rogers walks into the end zone, and just like that, we have a Memphis lead. Memphis leading for the first time in this game. Flower with just enough time to get it off to a breaking open Luke Rogers, and that is going to make it a 5-point ball game. Wow. We have seen some go-ahead touchdowns in the fourth quarter here this season, both in majors and minors Dev League, with the best of them. But Omaha does have all 3 timeouts. Of course, it's a 5-point deficit, so a field goal will absolutely not cut it. They have 51 seconds, 3 timeouts, and 70 yards to make some magic happen. Upcoming's in the gun, trying to do just that. It's Noah Fart, I think first catch for Fart. Pickup of 7 or 8. I think it's 2nd and 3. Thomas behind, but oh man, it's Upcoming throwing it there. I thought they were going to run it just to get the first down, but instead it's incomplete. Avo Upcoming felt the pressure, just gets rid of it. So, passing is Upcoming. Pressure, and another misfire. That's 4th and 3, so do or die time for the Omaha Vipers here. They're in the same exact formation they've called the last couple times. Not sure it's going to work, and it doesn't. That's a sack. The Kings get a sack. So I think the Kings are going to try to clock this one. They will. Frosty with a pickup of a couple, force a timeout. 2nd and 8. And they're just going to kneel it out. So this is it. Kings win the ball game. Back-to-back wins for the Memphis Kings. Winning against a couple tough opponents there. And with this, the Omaha Vipers are going to drop to 3-5. So they're on a 3-game losing streak. Memphis Kings on a 2-game winning streak are going to bump up to 2-6 on the season. What a close one here. Vipers were in the lead or tied for most of the game. Could not clamp down at the end. So, great second half of football for the Memphis Kings. Outscoring their opponent by just enough. Come out ahead. Let's get our next game going here. We've got Narwhals and Nightmares. Yeah, Axis AI pretty big dumb. So I probably get more surprised by it than I should. So let's go get Barcelona here. Looks like TLK did the pinging there. All right. Barcelona is the away team, of course. And I think they're just going to use their standard away uniforms. Then we have Narwhals way at the top. Those unis shall look like this. Okay. And get this game set up. We are in Iceland, so I think we're going to go to San Fran. We have a rainy day in the night. Kind of an oxymoron. And a little bit of wind. So we have the two best records in Dev League going head to head right now. Who will be on top right now as it stands? The Narwhals, I believe, have the tiebreaker. So this game matters a lot actually for playoff seeding. A lot of weapons on both sides of the ball for both teams, and really it's a battle of the Barcelona defense and the Narwhal offense. Our experts in this one have the Narwhals as a slight favorite. So the Nightmares right where they want to be as the underdog. And three of the developers favoring the Narwhals for that matter. With everyone's friend Danny picking the Nightmares. Yeah, this is going to be an exciting one. We are in the harbor. Let's get this one kicked off. Here we go. I see a handful of folks in the chat. A lot of Nightmares representing in the chat, it seems, and we're going to get this one going. Lots of precipitation and kind of crummy football weather, but hey, you know, that's February football for you. We're not in stadiums here. This ain't the Super Bowl, kids. David Vent 2 to kick this one away. Will Prevost on the return. Will get hit at the 26-yard line. Barcelona, whose offense exploded and had one of their best games all season last week, trying to do more of the same. It's Luca De Ferrari to drive that again. Quick throw to Jackson Rodriguez Jr. Pick up a 4. 2nd and 6. Hand off to Peterson, and Peterson is hit after a 4-yard pickup. 3rd and 2 now. 6-2 incoming for the Narwhals. Nightmares pitch out to Peterson and get a good chunk of yards on 3rd and short. Narwhals, of course, trying to stuff the run up the middle. Instead, Barcelona picks up a bunch, gets it to the 44-yard line. Fresh set of downs for the Narwhals. Nightmares. Gosh. Wow. Okay. Anyway, football. Pass out of bounds, trying to avoid the pressure. A Ferrari just slings that one away. 2nd and 10. A Ferrari. You pass it, and that is dropped. I think that was Will Prevost he was looking for. 3rd and 10. A Ferrari. Pass it again and cannot get anything going there. That was kind of a weird route. Poor decision. 4th and 10. Now the Axis QBs are notorious for not throwing it beyond the first down marker when they need to, regardless of the play called, and that was more of the same there. We'll see how the Narwhals take over on offense. They get the ball at the 20 after the touchback from Hato. It's Ucker, who is going to just get rid of it. Sahil Qureshi. 2nd and 10. Now with trips left for Ucker, he is back to pass with a lot of time, throwing it, overthrowing it, incomplete. 3rd and 10. With 3 receivers, it's Ucker under center, passing it here, getting it to Qureshi, and Qureshi drops it. What could have been a good pickup instead is a 3-play, 3 incomplete pass, 3 and out for the Narwhals offense, which is normally very potent and very effective. Bent 2 to boot this one away. Grigoris Polychronidis gets to about the 40 where he is met quickly. And the Barcelona Nightmares defense makes a stand to the surprise of no one. They're so good on defense. 1st and 10. Ferrari with some time, dumping it underneath the Ains corner, who had a touchdown last game, gets a good pickup of 8 and a 2nd and 2 on the 48. So under center is Ferrari pitching out to Peterson, who has some space and some blocks, gets into the next level. First down for the Nightmares. They are down to the 43-yard line. Lining up in this goal line formation again, passing out of it questionably. But it might work. It does not. Another drop or miscommunication or missed opportunity, whatever you want to call it, for the Nightmares. 2nd and 10 after that incompletion. And it was Peterson with a 4-yard pickup. Make it 3rd and 6. In the gun. Ferrari with time. Jackson Rodriguez with blocks and a first down on the 3rd down. Narwhal's defense can't make a stand. Barcelona been good at picking up 3rd downs here lately. Make good on that one there. They are inside the 30 now after that first down carry from Peterson. 2nd and 6 on the Narwhal's 27. With trips right. It's a run to Peterson. Was close to the first down. Does not quite get it. 3rd and 1. 6-2 incoming, and Peterson does get the first down. The Narwhals were coming. Not get Peterson behind the line. Another first down for the Nightmares, who were just edging, or just, eating away at this defense. Peterson makes one miss. It's to the 5 or 6 yard line. First and goal for the Nightmares, who are putting a methodical drive together. And off to Peterson, who's got space and the touchdown. Just dragging that man in for 6. Barcelona strikes first in this one near the end of the first quarter, and they are going to go up 7-0 with this PAT. Kickoff here from Hato. And it'll be Gonzo Leifson to return this one. We'll see if his impact is felt in this game. He's one of the best receivers in Dev League right now. Narwhals take over at the 25-yard line. Their defense couldn't do much. We'll see if their offense can. Ucker to pass it with some time. And looking for, I think that was Brian Alexander Jr. or Bruno Bucciarati. Incomplete. Ucker has not completed a pass yet tonight. 0 for 4. Trying for it again. It's Ucker throwing it, and Gonzo Leifson making the toughest catch of the night. Gets the first down, though. We get to the end of the first quarter. Barcelona in the lead, 7-0. Narwhals haven't done much on offense or defense, but finally get their first down of the game. That probably couldn't have come at a better time for them. They need some momentum. Zahil Qureshi catches that one. It's a pickup of 6. They're down to the 46-yard line. Ucker drops back with a lot of time throwing it, and it's intercepted. It's Rapid Eagles character, Ai Hayasaka, on the interception. Ucker had a lot of time and just made a terrible decision there. It's a Ferrari to try to answer back on offense. Overthrows Peterson there with their first play after the turnover. It's 2nd and 10. Trips right. Peterson running with some room. It's a pickup of 8. They're on the other side of the 50 in Narwhal territory, 3rd and 2. They've been so good at picking up 3rd downs. There's a flag. It might be an offsides. Doesn't matter either way. It's Peterson. Got the first down and then some. Penalty is declined as expected, and they are down to the 34. So, great starting field position for the Nightmares. A few plays later, and they are set up inside the 35-yard line. Going to the Peterson again. He is tackled at the 23. And another first down. Gonna run it with Peterson yet again. Doesn't get as much, but a good pick of a 6 nonetheless. And they are in the red zone again this game. 2nd and 4. Play action with some time. Just stumps it short to Kyle Williams, the other QB who's going to be close. Does not get it. 1st and goal to goal with the nose of the football right at the goal line. Play action here. That's interesting, but wide open. Oh no, it's dropped. A surefire touchdown dropped in the end zone. We've seen it time and time again. I'll make it 2nd goal. I feel like they'll run it because that is easy pay dirt for Lucas Peterson, who's going to put the Barcelona Nightmares up by 2 scores. He is hunting above the 100-yard mark already. 97 yards on 14 carries for Lucas Peterson. Otto to kick this one away. Narwhals have no answers right now. They are getting shut out 14-0. Their last drive looked like it had some promise, but an interception halted it short, and the Nightmares made good on the turnover. See how the Narwhals approach this drive. They're going to hand it off to Qureshi. Zahil Qureshi gets a pickup of 4. Oh, Narwhals on their own 28. It's 2nd and 6. They're passing for it with some time, throwing it deep, and Bruno Bucciarati comes down with the 50-50 ball. That is a big pickup there, and just what the Narwhals needed. They're on the Nightmares 42. They're going to run it with Qureshi. Pick up 2 down to the 40-yard line. In the eye. It's 2nd and 8. Ucker under center. Drops back. Quick throw. Nearly intercepted again. Looking for Leifson. Nothing doing there. Looked like he might have had Virginia Emmett open across the middle. Dead. No good. 3rd down. It's a short dump off to Qureshi, who is hit hard behind the line of scrimmage by Noah Bake. David Ventu will punt this one away well through the back of the end zone. And the Barcelona Nightmares have a chance to add even more to their lead. A Ferrari. 2 pass. There is a flag. It might be a hold. It's Will Perbeau on the catch, but that should be negated from the hold. We've seen plays, statistics not negated from penalties, of course. Because why not? 1st and 20 after the hold. A Ferrari back to pass. And Furtado with the catch. Furtado is going to step out at about the 27. Pickup of 17 there. Good catch from Keegan Furtado. And it's A Ferrari to pass it again. Pressure coming late, though. And I'll make it 3rd down. With 89 seconds left. Narwhals still have all 3 times, trying to make a stand here. A Ferrari to pass. Quick throw to Peterson, and Peterson just gets past the 1st down marker. Barcelona not calling any timeouts. We're approaching the minute marker here in the quarter, and Will Perbeau, right behind the defense, catches it. Right behind the zone, rather. Does get tackled near midfield, and that is another 1st down for the Nightmares. A Ferrari. Quick throw to Perbeau again. The Nightmares call their 2nd timeout. 1st and 10. Nightmares at the 38. And it's intercepted. Jean Paquette with the INT, just as the Nightmares looked like they were driving. And maybe this is the catalyst for the Narwhals. It's Ucker to throw it. And Qureshi making a double coverage catch. Wow. Narwhals with all 3 timeouts are not calling any. And it's Ucker in the strong eye. 16, 17 seconds left. He's slinging it, and Bruno Bucciarati catches it. They finally call a timeout for whatever reason. They're at midfield. 10 seconds left. It's Ucker throwing it to Leifson, and they get 7 or so. And they'll have time for one more heave. It looks like they are in the Hail Mary formation. We'll see if they have enough time to throw it. It's Ucker with time, with a wide open Emmett, but he cannot break free. That will do it for the half. So, questionable game clock management for the Narwhals. Maybe cost them some points. Tough to say one way or another. Look at Emmett, man. Hell yeah. And the Nightmares enter the locker room, a 14-point lead. As a Broncos fan, you know, I'm very familiar with the whole you can't take timeouts into the next half with you, or the next game with you. The Narwhals. On offense, they've had a couple drives going, but have not been able to seal the deal. They open up this half with an incomplete pass. I think that was intended for Emmett. Ucker has been shaky. I guess so. And Ucker is dropped for a big loss of 7. It's 3rd and 17. Quick throw to Koreshi, who does get some blocks, but not nearly enough for the first down. Recuperates some of those yards. And that'll make it 4th and 7. David Ventu punts it away. Goris Polychronidis with the return gets it to the 28. I mean, TOK, you usually have to have a lead to choke it away, so. Haven't seen a Broncos lead in a minute. That is Grayson Gambla with the catch and the first down. I think that's Gambla's first catch, and he's playing fullback there. It's a pickup of about 12 or 13, I'll call it 14, I guess, and fresh set of downs for the Nightmares, who pitch to Peterson. Peterson picks up 4 on first down. That will put Peterson over the century mark. Good game for him with a couple touchdowns and 100 yards. Now a flag. I think it's going to be offsides. And, yeah, they accept it, so there we go. 2nd and inches, free play. It's Dave Ferrari to throw it with a little bit of time. Wide open is Will Probo. Or no, that's Jackson Rodriguez Jr. who's down the sideline for 6. Touchdown, Barcelona Nightmares, who had just enough time to throw the ball. And boy, did they throw it. Dave Ferrari to Jackson Rodriguez Jr. for their first passing touchdown of the game. EAT is good to make it 21-0. Otto to boot this one away. Anzo to return it. Narwhals need a score in the worst way possible. Each time they look like they've had something going and it's been stopped short. The first drive on this half, though, Barcelona was fairly dominant. It's Ucker to pass it and throws an interception on the first play. Can't really call that an arm punt because that flips the field position. Barcelona takes over at the 33-yard line after that INT. And the throw deep. It's Williams who's close but does not get into the end zone. It's 1st and goal to goal, and watch out for Lucas Peterson. He is a threat. I think Kyle Williams had another catch, his other catch, that set him close for a touchdown. This time, though, Peterson cannot get in for 6. 2nd and goal to goal with 2nd and goal to go with inches, and there is no doubt about a run. Lucas Peterson, 3rd touchdown run of the night for him. It's going to hurt his average, but not his fantasy. That is going to make it 27-0. PAT from Hato right down the middle. It's 28-0. Barcelona Nightmares up top in this one and looking to pull away if they haven't already. It's Leifson to return it, and Leifson gets to about the 24-yard line. Ucker under center. And that is incomplete. Narwhals just not look the same on offense. Their first half wasn't super spectacular, but they were looking a lot better. Trying to change that. It's Virginia Emmett, and I think Emmett is gone. Oh, wait, there's a defender finally getting there. Oh, Emmett putting the moves on at the end to score. Narwhals finally break the goose egg. They're on the board. Yeah, it's pretty impressive how you can juke someone when they're behind you, but Virginia Emmett able to do just that. It's 28-7. Bent 2 kicks this one away. And Will Prevost to return it to the 28. Fresh set of downs for the Nightmares, who pretty much just have to ice the game and play mistake-free football. Looking for Peterson out the pass, so oddly enough going for the pass. That is interesting because they've been running the ball so effectively. It's 2nd and 10. Peterson on the carry, does not get much though. Met right after a gain of about 5. 3rd and 5. So the Narwhals, if they make a stand here, they can start to claw their way back in the game. Instead, it's Peterson getting a first down and then some. Narwhals have no answer for Lucas Peterson on the ground attack. A good pickup and a fresh set of downs for Barcelona. Peterson again, but he is hit hard. Pickup of a yard or two. The 2nd and 9. You know, Keegan, I haven't heard of Updog. It would be great if you could explain that one to me. And on 3rd and inches, Barcelona converts again. Narwhals have not been able to stop this 3rd down. They are looking to seal the deal. They get inside of Akureyri territory in Akureyri, in Iceland. Another 1st and 10 for the Nightmares, who can do about whatever they want on offense, it seems, but they're doing a lot of running. Pitch to Peterson, nets 5 yards, 2nd and 5. Play action and looking for Gamble, I believe. Cannot connect. 3rd and 5. Now, on this 3rd down, it's DeFerrari to pass for it. Has a lot of time and incomplete. So the coverage for the Narwhals comes through when they need to. And they're on the 35. I think they're gonna... Oh, they're going for the field goal. And the kick is good. What a tough field goal. 52-yarder. I haven't heard of that gaming legend, nope. And that will put the Barcelona Nightmares up by 24. Still technically a 3-score game, but 2-point conversions are tough to come by in this one. This engine, I should say. It's Ucker. You throw it with a lot of time. Throwing it to Emmett there, who is blanketed, but does come down with it. That's a pickup of 7. 2nd and 3. In the strong eye, it's Qureshi, who is hit hard. Wilfrith of Langwald, son of Egret the Collier. Have not seen much of him. I think that's his only tackle on the game, but does get them a loss of 4. Now Ucker throwing it wide open, but it's dropped. 4th and 7 for the Narwhals. You have to imagine they're going for it, and they're not because there's so much to play for. Punting it is David Vent 2, and to return it is the Greek Nightmare, but he can't grab it. Boris Polychronis finally fields it at the 15, and he is met hard at the 15. And so, the Nightmares trying to milk this one. They're passing it more than they have all game, which is logical, and throws an interception. Jean Paquette's second INT. It's access or be accessed here in this one. 31-7, but Narwhal's trying to score again. Virginia Emmett with a tough catch down to the 15-yard line. In the red zone, Narwhals haven't been here much. Trying to change that, but nearly intercepted. 2nd and 10 now. Ucker under center. Throwing it to Emmett, who can't break away. Does get a pickup of 6. And it's 3rd and 4. Ucker to throw it on this 3rd down. And goes through the back of the end zone as expected. 4th and 4. They're going for it this time. It's Ucker to throw it. With some time, wide open is Brian Alexander Jr. Does he have it? No, he's short. Clock is stopped for whatever reason. It is 1st and goal to go, inches to go. Ucker has to get rid of it, and looking for Koresh. He cannot find him. Pressure was coming. It's 2nd and goal. Now in the gun are the Narwhals. And Ucker, quick throw, dropped. Had a man wide open the right side, but you never can find the man open when you need him. It's 3rd and goal. They've not called a goal line formation. They're trying to spread out this defense, and it's Ucker. Quick throw through the back of the end zone as expected. 4th down and inches. The nose of the football practically on the goal line. They have not run it once. It's Ucker to throw it again and cannot connect. So 4 downs, 4 incompletions. And it is now Barcelona and ball, but they have their backs to the end zone, and Peterson is swallowed up for a safety. Thomas Perez gets the safety, so maybe the strategy all along for the for the Narwhals. They pick up 2 points on the safety for first time in this game. They tackle Peterson behind the line of scrimmage, and Leifson cannot field it because that's normal. Gets to the 14 on that return. Narwhals down by 22, which is quite a bit here. You do have all 3 timeouts, but not a lot of time. It's Ucker to throw it, and throws an interception. Garrett Thomas on the interception. Fred Ucker has not looked great in this one. Barcelona's had his number, and I think that is going to all but do it. Playing on this one, it's Peterson. I think it's an offsides, and they'll decline it oddly enough. And we're at the 2-minute warning. In the weak eye, it's a pitch to the tight end side, and Peterson weaving through the defenders, almost going for the goal line, is stopped a couple yards short of the goal line. What a great run by Peterson, bobbing and weaving. It's the 1st and goal to goal. And Peterson runs in for the touchdown, his 4th touchdown of the game. And that is a 2-point glitch. And so with this one all but finished, it was a dominant performance by the Barcelona Nightmares, who are establishing themselves as the best league or team in Dev League. Might have something to do with that they're one of the only teams acquiring players and updating. But what do I know? It is going to be likely a 30-point win for the Narwhals, or for the Nightmares. And, yeah, well, also, in the Narwhals' defense, they have a lot of send-down players, and those send-down players can't be updated really in the roster because of how they're not assigned to the teams correctly. So, if we fix the portal, that would probably be helpful. But what a great win for the Barcelona Nightmares, who are going to advance to 6-2 in the season. Narwhals are going to drop to 5-3, so they've dropped a couple games. Looking ahead here, we have a Vipers Narwhals matchup. So both the teams that lost this game, or this week 8, are going to match up here on Saturday. Vipers and Narwhals, and then we have Nightmares and Kings. So we'll see how legitimate the Kings are. They go against this tough Barcelona team. That is a classic rivalry, of course, Barcelona and Memphis. I'll be excited to be on the call again for that Saturday game. In the weak eye, it's Ucker on 3rd and 10. Pressure was coming late, does get it off to Koreshi. Narwhals use their second to last timeout. They have a minute 11 left in the game. It's 4th and 6, so trying to score a little bit. It's Gonzo Leafson, we haven't seen much of, picking up the first down. Ucker back to pass. Narwhals trying to score a little bit to narrow the deficit. That is dropped. We see a lot of drops here. That's when you'd expect them. 2nd and 10. Ucker throws it. Overthrown. 3rd and 10. Under the 60-second mark, it's Ucker bombing it deep through the back of the end zone because nobody can figure out how to throw it. 4th and 10. Ucker to Leafson, overthrown, and that will do it. Victory formation imminent for the Nightmares. They're going to just kneel this one out. I guess the Narwhals are going to burn their last time out. But more or less a formality at this point, as we just have a couple more kneel downs. Another kneel down, I should say, to send this game off into the sunset. Again, what an impressive win for the Barcelona Nightmares. I think this is actually the fewest points that the Narwhals have scored all season long. Their previous lowest score was 17? Oh, 9. Okay, so it matches their season low. They had 9 points against the opening in the opening week against the Vipers. Great game from Pearson there, and yeah, I think that's gonna do it. So I'll update the standings here before I forget. 9. Nightmares 9. And yeah, it's starting to balance out a little bit as the season progresses, but there does seem to be a little bit of a gap. But like I said, we're going to find out how legit the Kings are and the Nightmares are. They'll square off very soon on Saturday. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you all later.